to the Overclockers HQ video review of the Asus P6T 2nd edition motherboard. This is going to be part of our featured build on the site, along with the ballistics memory, the Core i7-920, and I'm not sure of the video card just yet, but we're going to pop this open and have a closer look. This is, of course, the new 1366 chipset. This is, 1366 socket and the X58 chipset. And there's tons of extras. This is a deluxe board, so it comes with things like Asus Express Gate here, the Extreme Phase 8-phase power design. Up in the top, it talks about the 5,000 hours solid-state capacitors, the 8+2 phase power design, Turbo 5, Quad Crossfire X support. So that's 4 cards, DDR3 up to 2000 on the overclock on that memory. So this is a definite enthusiast grade board. We'll flip it around to the back. You get kind of a better view of what's included. This is the Turbo 5 overclocking in real time and super tuning, things like that. This is EPU system. This is energy saving, so if you're, especially with these new cards, or sorry, new systems that are out there, they pull a lot of wattage, so when you're not running anything too intense, it's good to turn them down a bit. So over here we have the specifications, which we will get into on the site a little more in depth. There's things like gigabit Ethernet, there's your FireWire eSATA, things like that. So we'll actually show the specifications on this board on the site, so we'll just skip over that part and get right into checking out the board itself. So right off the bat we have the P6E 2nd edition motherboard user guide, and it's pretty thick. There's lots of little options we can do with this one. You have your faceplate for the back on your case, so you can see all the extra ports, things like that on there. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 SATA connections, and this is what I love about Asus. My last board had this. It's so nice when you're working in a cramped case, things like that, so because you can plug the power switch, all that kind of stuff into this and then plug it into your motherboard. Same goes for some of the older cases still have the loose wires for the USB, so this gives you the pinout guide, things like that, so you're not squinting and trying to figure it out on the board. You can just pop it into this and it pops right into the board, which is very nice. And of course there's still support for your old parallel ATA, either your optical disk drives or your hard disk drives. So we'll get the invoice out of the way here, and I'll unbox this and be right back with you. Okay, so this is the board here. We see that we have the 1, 2, 3 slots for your expansion cards. This is PCI Express. You have your old regular PCI, and then this is your PCI Express 1 times, I believe. So now we go over to the bottom of the board. We have your USBs and your FireWire here. You also have your audio. These are your solid state capacitors. These are very high-end capacitors throughout the board, and this ensures quality power throughout the board. You're not going to have underpowered cards and problems with your hard drive, things like that from underpowering various SATA ports, things. So right off the bat we have 2 SATA ports right there, and then we got another 4 on the side here. There's your IDE right there. There's your motherboard power, which is really nice about these. I'll bring it a little closer so you can see. This is actually an on-off switch for your motherboard when you're trying to do some on the bench tech work, things like that. It's nice instead of having to hook up your whole power system, things like that. There's also you can do either 8 or 4 pin for your motherboards, for your CPU power. Very nice heat piping all the way around here, and that definitely ensures very cool running of your north-south bridge, all that throughout the board. We have triple channel RAM, so we got 3 channels you can plug into, which is very nice to see. Also, we'll spin it around here. We'll get a really close look at what kind of expansion you have on this. So included with the 6, I believe it was 6 SATA ports. There's also the FireWire. We also have a SATA external port right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB. We have the 7.1 surround sound there. We have the gigabyte connection. We have optical, and then of course your your regular mouse keyboard thing like that. So very, very well built board. Very nice solid state system. I love the little extras. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there should be a fourth one. There's 4 fan plugs in this one. This one's a PWM. Sorry, that would be 3. This is where you would plug it in. This is a PWM, so you can regulate the CPU fan on some of the newer coolers with the PWM fans. So it's very nice board. We'll get in a little deeper when we get into the specifications and features on the website itself. We'll also do some testing of this board, but right off the bat, I'm very impressed with this. Thanks for watching. Check out overclockershq.com.